time to rush. I'm stacking sats in the digital night. Bitcoin calling, feeling so right. From the wallet to the moon we fly. Crypto dreams touching the sky. No more grind, no more 9 to 5. Altcoins pumping, we're alive.
Crypto rise, feel the beat drop low. Gains explode, watch the money flow. We're the kings in this digital game. Crypto rise, light the flame. Crypto rise, no more chains, we're free. We'll survive destiny. From the block to the top we climb. Crypto rise, one more time. Dancing through the charts, highs and lows. Bitcoin surges, everybody knows. Community strong, we hold the line. All coins shining, feel the shine. Oh, fear here, we all unite. Crypto's a love, burning bright. Crypto rise, feel the beat drop low. Gains explode, watch the money flow. We're the kings in this digital game. Crypto rise, light the flame. Crypto rise, no more chains, we're free. We'll survive destiny. From the block to the top we climb. Crypto rise, one more time.
The market calls, we answer the beat. Crypto's our pulse, feel the heat. Yeah, rise up. Woo!
Crypto rise, feel the beat drop low. Gains explode.
Crypto rise.
Time to trade, baby. I'm sitting here watching the charts go wild. Bitcoin's dancing got me feeling like a child. I buy the dips of the rip, playing it cool, but the market's a bitch, breaking all the rules. I'm a trader queen, stacking sets all day, dreaming of Lambos in my own way. No doubt in my mind, I'm the boss of this game. Bitcoin's my lover, calling my name. This ain't no hollaback trade, no way. I'm chasing that moon, making gains every day. BANANAS for the crypto high. This ain't no hollaback trade, bye-bye. Bitcoin bull run, feel the rush in my veins. All coins pumping, breaking all the chains. BANANAS, yeah, I'm on fire. This ain't no hollaback trade, take it higher. Oh yeah, yeah. FOMO hitting hard, I'm jumping in the pool. Grace my best friend, acting like a fool. Market makers laugh, they pull the rug so fast, but I bounce back quick, make it last. I'm just a girl in this crypto world, swinging my bags like a flag unfurled. No time for losers, I'm the queen of the chart. Bitcoin's my heartbeat, tearing it apart. This ain't no hollaback trade, no way. I'm chasing that moon, making gains every day. BANANAS for the crypto high. This ain't no hollaback trade, bye-bye. Bitcoin bull run, feel the rush in my veins. All coins pumping, breaking all the chains. BANANAS, yeah, I'm on fire. This ain't no hollaback trade, take it higher. Oh. what you waiting for? Tick-tock, time's up, open that door. I'm rich girl now, no more poor. Crypto queen, hear me roar. This ain't no hollaback trade, no way. I'm chasing that moon, making gains every day. BANANAS for the crypto high. This ain't no hollaback trade, bye-bye. Trade on, baby. Ooh, yeah. I'm scrolling red lines, hearts racing fast. Bitcoin at 100, but the dip won't last. All coins tease me up and down so quick. Dreams of Lambos fade, feeling kinda sick. No, that's my goal, vacations in my sight. But the market's a roller coaster day to night. Fears at 47, hopes a fragile thread. Trading through the chaos, losing sleep in bed. I'm greedy for the moon, but the crash pulls me back. Time slips away, carrying my stack. Ooh, I did drop. Crypto chase, I'm running for the gold. Old dreams of freedom, but the market's cold. No job, no chains, just parties in the glow. Yeah, let's go. Gain slip through my hands, tears in my eyes. Markets got me dancing through the lows and highs. Crypto chase, I'm fighting for my dream. Catch the beam. All coins pump and dump, it's a cruel game. Lost weeks waiting, feeling all the shame. Dreams of rainbows, unicorns in flight, but the bearish whisper steals my appetite. No, that's my anthem, luxury's my call. Market's a bully, watching my hopes fall. Exhausted, but I hustle, chasing that Q4 rise. Trading through the pain, tears behind my eyes. I'm greedy for the moon, but the crash pulls me back. Time slips away, carrying my stack. Crypto chase, I'm running for the gold. Dreams of freedom, but the market's cold. No job, no chains, just parties in the glow. Yeah, let's go. Gain slip through my
Just need a little cowbell. Some days you just need a little Jesus, and you need a little cowbell. Makes everything feel a whole lot better.
Catch the beam. Hold on tight, a spark cuts through the dark. Golden ticket glimmers light and
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. Is this your first time? Please keep your hands and wings and feet and all the body parts inside the car at all times. Don't feed the bears. Turn the lights on, Sean.
Mama always said playing shitty patterns always gets shitty results, and Mama was right.
Somebody left a bunch of buttons pushed, didn't you, Sean? Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. I hope you can hear me apart from all the things that are, I can't find it to turn it off. Sean, work on that. Every time we come back here, it's going to be doing that. Sunday night, watching Bitcoin, and interesting play today. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? Pretty nice. I still got this target over here, 113,274. We haven't hit it yet, and I'm kind of disappointed because now we were going straight up, and now we're coming down a little bit. Oh, man. I'm on this tiny time frame. It really doesn't matter too much right now, but this is where we were going all weekend, and blah. And then we had fun. Then it happened, and it was a little shaky through here, right, and right about, I was making some plays through here and whatnot, there was this point where we got actually above this level, and I saw, you're not going to reject here. Uh-oh. So I did actually go hard and heavy here with a tight stop loss, and did not get stopped out on my spot margin. And I'm glad that I did, because I'd be pissed if I missed that move. I'm like, what? I went through all this and what that? But so does this mean that the bottom's in? I mean, it's a better chance that we have to survive and maybe not go lower just yet. But it doesn't necessarily, I mean, a local bottom, you can definitely say we got a local bottom in. Hopefully it is a higher low that we desperately need. That's what we're hoping for. This is an 886 retracement, 786 fib level, 886 fib level right here. Is our microphone on? Okay. Hello, everybody in the chat. I'll be right there. 17 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here tonight. As we watch Bitcoin pump up to $113,000, where I think it's going to be up there anyway.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Elvis. Hopefully we'll go up just a wee bit more than that. We got a 360 moving average over here hanging around 114. So we're looking about $1,000 range here, between 113 114ish. Right there, I guess it's suitable if we go ahead and get our 618 fib ready. We already got the 0.5. The 0.5 is important to me because if we get rejected before there and start rolling over, I mean, technically, we can still look at these areas down here. Remember, we're talking about the 105 area. I mean, technically, it's still on the table right now. It still is. I mean, this is a good, maybe we're going to avoid it. Maybe we will. I hope so. But I could interpret this two different ways. Like, either we need to keep working and come down to this 382 fib area, this green line here, or take it as being bullish AF that we're not doing it, that we're bouncing above it. However, what I'm seeing on the weekly indicators don't line up with that idea. So I'm still entertaining the idea that maybe we might come down here to this little area right there, if you can see it. I've got my fibs up here. I was going to mark this 618 area, and where I saw a squirrel. Squirrel! The studio's full of squirrels. Always distracting me. Darn squirrels. So this area right here, about 114.3-ish. And this 113.3-ish area. Two of the areas I'm looking at right now, and also do remember this little guy. Don't forget about this little guy. I mean, remember where we come from before, so we can figure out where we're going, right? We did our double top, and this was the neckline of that idea. It was also the neckline of the inverted head and shoulders pattern that we lost. That we came back to retest that, and I was saying, man, that's got to be a good chance to come back and retest this neckline, because a lot of people forget about that after you do that and meet the goal, right? But this was an instance where it actually lost it. But normally we would bounce here again. This time we went lower, and that's why she got scared. But now we're seeing the bounce, so she got scared for nothing. So a lot of people were looking at this as being a bear flag. A lot of people were calling that this morning to the downside and whatnot, with a big flag to the downside. And you know, that's a legitimate call to make as a pattern trader if you're looking for an idea. I mean, yeah, and there's even some confluence for it. It's not a bad call. The thing is, I would say that what they weren't paying attention to was the fib levels, the fib setup that we had over here. It's not really their style, but it's our style, and we knew about it. So we got a nice little bounce here, our higher low area, and we made it past the 382, I believe, right? That's a good check. That's a good check. Okay. Oh no, we're at the 382. Okay, well, we're testing the 382. Okay, so we're still kind of trying to feel it out, but that's cool. So we might come back. We could come back to 110.8, just going off the glance and retest that area before going up. We could, or we could just travel on through. Just keep on going. Just to keep on going. And if we look at the smaller time frames, which is where we started out here on the 6 minute, she may just to keep on going. That's a nice move. She deviated from this trend line here. There's a 50 moving average that she's testing on this particular time frame. Now we bounce there, or we come down a little bit lower, catch on one of these trend lines, and can still continue a nice little bouncy bounce to the upside. I'm still looking for that target at 3. It's there for a reason, folks. It's there for a reason. If we can just clear this little green line area, because that's the one that's stubborn, that's the one that's rejecting us right now. The 0382 right here at 112. But I gotta say, nice turnaround on these moving averages. Flipped. The flippening on this time frame. I expect more flippenings to start occurring on these bigger time frames. Just takes them a little while to get that party started. And here's our trusty 4 hour. I like to watch this one a lot on the weekend, the 4 hour for Bitcoin and for most things in altcoins. Let me get the fibs off there. All right, do you see who's hanging out up here? Do you see who's hanging out here? Who's the culprit? We got a bearish cross recently happened, like just very recently over the past day when we were down at the bottom, 200 crossing the 666 moving average. Isn't that crazy how that happens? I mean, that's a bearish cross, and if you're sitting here at the bottom and you say, oh no, they're crossing, you would think, oh man, I should go ahead and sell, or let's go ahead and short. Yeah, we're getting ready to dump. But it's a tricky thing with these bigger moving averages that I've found, and I watched this and I tell you about this about 2 out of 3 times when the bigger moving when the bigger ones, I see them mostly on the bigger ones, when they cross, you can get the opposite reaction. They come up and test that area, and now I'm wondering, well, are we going to get rejected here? So there's an argument for coming up to the $112,800 area where we're close to right now. We haven't quite moved up there, but now there are some bearish crosses going on here, right? 100 moving average is also up here. So I mean, I can still see a scenario where we can come up here, and we need to come up to that 618 for real. Take out this high that we had over here, and then we're looking up for a possible trend change right there. We make a higher high, we make sure we make a higher low. I mean, we don't come back all the way back down here to 109 again, or 105. You know, if we were to pull up there, probably be right around 112, close to where we're at now, where we pull back to, and then we could just shoot on up. So trying to look at that idea as well, and also here in the 4 hours, since we got it pulled up, let's draw a trend line right here. You see this? We got a breakout. Nice breakout, a clean breakout too, I gotta say. Let me put you, well, that might be a little subjective there. Okay, I got a wick, a body, bodies. That seems to be where I get the most touches, and it lines up with my angles there. And it also comes right below this little, we opened a candle right above it on the 4 hour. So looking kind of juicy right here. That they're going to try to pump us up into Monday, maybe even into Tuesday. You know the game that they do. They I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? They shifted a little bit by a few days, right? But sometimes they will pump us up on a Sunday night. Yeah, that we know who's here other than, you know, CME futures opened up at 5 o'clock, but this stuff started happening before that. That started kicking off earlier in the morning, front running it. So interesting. I say. The only concern I think that I have is that now we got a gap. I believe we have a gap, and we should probably talk about that. Oh my gosh, it got a gap. If we go to micro Bitcoin futures, I believe that we will have a gap on our daily. Let's go to the regular candles here, and is there? And I guess it depends on how you read this or interpret this, but let's see, we opened here at 111.230. We actually closed at 110. So if you're going from bodies to bodies, there would be a gap. If you're going from bodies to wicks, there's not much of one. But what that kind of hints is that, I don't know, sometimes there's something to it. A lot of times these gaps do close. It's not 100% of the time, but a lot of times they do. It might be coming back down here to touch that 111. I hope we don't ever touch 110 again, or anytime real soon. So that's an idea to be looking at. Well, that's interesting. I wasn't really paying attention to that. I didn't see that. Oh, because we're on the micro Bitcoin futures right here, CME. So this is the 9 moving average, trying to bearishly approaching the 21 moving average right there. We either got to do something super bullish and hit that 114 like real super quick, or we're facing a bearish cross here on the daily. Let's come over to our regular candles, and let's go to one of our regular charts here. How about you? Oh, you've already crossed over here. That's old news. But that's interesting that it's already crossed over here. We're testing the 9 right here. That's the thing with the micro Bitcoin futures. You will get some different readings on your indicators, and that's one reason why I like to read to watch it, because this is where the big dogs are playing, right? The big boys, the CME boys, the big money. This is where they are playing, a lot of them, and they're not open on the weekends, and so it skews the data, you know, by what, 2 days, 48 hours, right? And so I guess technically, since it hasn't crossed, it's still bullish up here. Can you pull us up? What's up with all this red on your Ichimoku cloud, man? Bouncing off the 100. 50's up here. We need to go talk to the 50. That's at 115. That's what we needs to do. You need to book your way back up here to talk to the 50. Then we bounce to the 21 and get back above the 9 and try to go somewhere. That's how our moving average strategy typically works, if you're familiar with it. All right, so Bitcoin 4-hour breakout. Yeah, baby. Looking good. Likes it. Is there a measured move from this? Can we take a measured move? Why, sure. Of course you can. Of course you can take a measured move from the breakout right here. Put it right up here. Suggest that we might be coming right back to 115,800. What about measured move? Is it true? Can it happen? Oh, it can happen. I would dare to say if we put a fib, we're probably at 786 fib level right through there. Isn't that kind of crazy how that happens? Wow, it is something. All right. So, yeah, I would like to see that. That would be trying to take out this high. Maybe we can. Maybe we can come up here, pull back, and then go for another big one. Or however you want to do it. I don't care. Get your three humps up, and as long as we get up higher than this before we do our little dump. We got a 1, 2, 3, and then a dump. That's kind of like a Cliff Notes explanation of what to look for. There goes 1 hump, a 2 hump, a 3 hump, a dump, and then we try it all over again. A 1 hump, a 2 hump, a 3 hump, a dump. That's just I don't know, it helps me out. I always know to look for that other hump if we can find it. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily come, or it's a little hidden. But that helps me not to sell too early sometimes. So Bitcoin looking kind of juicy. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. 23 people. Let me come over to the chat and let's see what we got going on here. We were here earlier, and then I went somewhere. We got Lord Twist and Jays. How's it going? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Here's for some good ass coffee. I got it. And we got Strega in the house. Strega's my OG. He's here almost every night for 3 years. As long as I've been doing it, he's here almost every night. Very rarely will you not see Strega here. Uh-oh, hobby. Are you going vegetarian? Mellis Williams, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. And there's Joe from Trade Intuition. Have I already done this? Fellow YouTuber. I do this so often, I can't remember if I've already done this tonight. But if you haven't ever checked him out, go check him out. He was actually one of the mentors in the trading group that I was in. I'm very familiar with his style and how well he teaches and explains things, and he does a good damn job of it. He's very good at TradingView, and he can make some really pretty charts, man. Mine look like vomit sometimes with roadkill. Yeah. But like, you know, splat, you know, all these lines and colors everywhere. But Joe's more orderly than I am. Check him out. Go learn some stuff. Get a different take. We have some things similar and we have some things different. And it's good to mix and match, and you got to figure out what works for you. And you can take from one person something that works for you, back test it, try it out, make sure it works. Oh, I resonate with this. Yeah. Well, you may not resonate with everything that everybody does. I don't expect people to trade exactly like me, use the indicators that I use, force all that stuff. No, you got to find what works for you. I show you what works for me and how I do it, and how I use it. And Rocky,
Baller alert.
I lost the chat somewhere. We got noise going on somewhere because we got a chat. We got to say super chat. Poner kills all trolls. Can you look at order? I sure can. Didn't it? Is it having a better day today? It seems like it dropped yesterday or something. I can't remember. We'll have to take a look at it. This is our juicy altcoins. Yeah, she broke out, was riding the leg down, and then boom, we're coming up. So altcoins are looking kind of juicy. I can draw a new trend line right here, and that's the one I'm going to be following on these altcoins right here. Since I've got this, is it alt? Control? Is it shift? Oh, that was wrong. I don't know what I just did right there. Oh, okay, it's back. No, it's not. It's not back. Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to do. I learned this from Joe. All right, so got a new trend line right here. And 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 humps, dumps. I'm kind of looking for that idea to play out as long as it wants to. Looks like we already did our 5 waves up here. We got our little correction. There are dump. And now we're starting it all over again and see how high we can get on this one, right? So total 3 is looking kind of juicy, at least for the time being, right? Remember, tomorrow is Monday, and then we got Tuesday, and then on one of those days, they're going to pull the rug out from under us, all right? Just get ready for it. That's coming. Our goal is to make as much money before they pull the rug out from under us, because they're going to, all right? They're going to do it. I just don't know when. Is it going to be Monday morning? Is it going to be Tuesday morning? You know, and that's the game that we play, ladies and gentlemen. As with Bitcoin, you remember you had these kind of things. There's a nice little area right there. There's a nice one. Look at that. You got the double top. You got your little W pattern that failed, and then yeah. So where is this? This is about $1.1 trillion for altcoins. When you see us bumping our heads right up here to this level on total 3, that's when you need to say, I got to look at my bags and determine if I need to, maybe take some profit right now. Can I suffer a lower move down? Can I handle another move lower than where we were before? That's what you got to be asking yourself when these green candles on the 4-hour chart get up to this area. And likely, hopefully, maybe, I expect there will be a reaction there. It probably will. Now, we might pull back since we got a trend line, come back and retest it. And then a lot of people is like, look, inverted head and shoulders the upside. Yeah, okay. Works for me too. I got the same measure move for what I'm looking at too as an inverted head and shoulders. And that, if we do get a breakout, then yeah, we're looking at back up here to the top at 1.16 trillion. And then we're going to be a lot happier. About as happy as we were, in September when altcoins are starting to look, oh my gosh, we're actually starting to work again. I'm getting hope. I wasn't feeling greedy. I was feeling hopeful. And then you pull the rug out from under me and dumped us down here. It wasn't so much this. It was really, I think, more, I think there was a warning. Oh my gosh, I can't do it on here. All right, we can't do it on that one. But before we get too bullish, all right, this is Sunday. This is the weekly close. And I need a half-ass clean chart here. You're kind of clean. You're not too bad. Look, she went and got her little orange box. So we drew a box and then it jumped in it and then jumped out. And that was kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, the weekly time frame. Man, we are still beneath our 9 and 21 movement average, closer to the 21 than the 9, I gotta say. That 9 is at 113. Did we drop again? Okay, we're still at 112. We're still at 112 right now. So at the lower portion of the weekly that we've been in this week, we need to get back up toward the top. Now, we may actually have to come down and touch that 111.3. According to the weekly, maybe if we need to. We dip below it, chances are we'll probably end up touching that little guy, kind of like what we did over here. I'm just saying it's possible. What we don't want to see is these little guys cross. That would be, this is not the time of the season we want to see that happen at all. No, we got to see duck lips. We are looking for some major duck lip action. We need some, that's where this green line right here is going to flip up, and we hope. That's what we got to see. and give us some duck lips right there, or else that might have been the top. I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to say it, but that would not be fun. Or it could be, it would be a signal of a lot more fun. We would wait for the 50 to break. Okay, the 50 would kind of be. Breaking the 50 is going to make me look and say, we might be in bear market. Okay, that's one of my first confirmations is to break the 50 on the weekly. That oh man, well, it was a fun run, everybody. Time to get out. We're not there yet. All right, so how are our indicators looking over here, man? Because if you remember, this was the culprit right here, the warning. Actually, she's not a culprit. She was giving us an early warning as far back as this week that, hey, man, very shortly, poo-poo's going to hit the fan. She was telling us right through here, all between 116 all the way up to 123, and even down below where we were. That was the candle we lost when we lost that trend line right here on the weekly. See how, well, man, the weekly is such a great chart to look for the big scope of things. The problem I find is that you forget what you're looking at on the weekly because you get lost in the smaller time frames, right? But the weekly will keep you on point, man. It really will. If you will make notes and take them seriously. It's the general in this army is conducting all the maneuvers. All the orders come from the weekly. And so there might be some more down here. I'm just saying on the weekly, we might be just, let's see. Getting above that 9 is going to be key. When we're above the 9, everything's fine. When we're below it, I'm talking bad about Bitcoin. You better stay above that 21 or I'll go, It ain't pretty. One more thing I want to check. Is that I don't know if that would count. I mean, that's all we got right now. Did you break a trend line? All right, well, I got enough information there to satisfy me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come back to the chat. I think we got through the chat, right? Is this the right chat? This is the chat. Grilly Marshmallow, how's it going? Good to see you. It's happy to be here tonight. And there's Meet Damien. How's it going, Meet Damien? Hey, Joe, Road Dogg just drew his fibs from the top to the bottom there. I do when I'm looking for where it's going to bump its head. I go from top to bottom when I look for where price is going to bump its head. And then when it's going from, if I want to see where it's going to come down to, that's when I pull from bottom to top. It's I have an incantation. This triggers the magic of the fib system that I use, and my fib system will not work unless you use this incantation. Everything that you learn from my fibs can only work, but you have to do this. This is the rule. This is how I was. This is what the angel said to do. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. So that means swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Where are you coming down to? Where are you going to bounce at? And then if I need to know where I want to take profit, then I'm going swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And then I'm looking for these levels, and a lot of times extensions. So that's my system. Now, I didn't start out that way. I started with just a one-way fib pull, and that's what everybody's taught. You pull this, and a lot of times when the person in your trading group's going to teach you all the secrets of the fibs, that's what that's about all they had to teach you, and it's a starting point, right? The fibs were, it took me a while to figure out the fibs and even find information on them, but you pull from high to low, right? And if you can just use that and just use these as levels, and they can act as support all the way down and everything. But if you want to get into a strategy where you're actually looking at the proportions and you're starting to look for the patterns, and we're taking the measure moves into account and all that, that's where she gets fun, baby, when you start looking for harmonics. And that's where we got overlaps where these things are, I can only describe it like ripples in the pond where the waves overreact on each other. You get a crossover and things, and those are the points. Those are the points to pay attention to. And there's several different ways to do it, several different strategies to do it. Carolyn Broden, who is the queen of Fibonacci, supposedly, she also I mean she's got a level that I was like, she wrote a whole book about it. That was one of the first things I kind of figured out on my own when I was looking at all this, and I started noticing you pull all these different fibs and you find that they all come up. Sometimes you'll see them all overlap in an area. That's where your confluence is, and so a lot of strategies are based on some of that stuff. All right, now we're jumping down a fib rabbit hole. That's a whole course on its own right there. But I got to say, there's a fish. I'm cool with saying that there's no official right or wrong way to do it. I've also, you know, one of my friends, one of my early YouTube friends that I had, and I like his TA, and he's very good, but he only pulls this way too, right? So I can't, and I used to do that. And you can make this a workable strategy. And in fact, you can actually, if you pull from the other way, there's some slight differences there, but that's where I think we start getting to our system differences and everything. So for basics and everything, that's fine. But when you start getting into the extensions and all that, that's where it can get a little different, because you would pull a fib extension from right here and down, right? And you get a set of numbers. Now you notice those are different, right? 618 and a 27. The 100% at the 1618 area, that kind of thing, right? Yeah, but watch this. So you take this guy and you pull him all the way back down to 0, right? And now what do you got? Now the 127 is at the negative 0.027. The 1414 is at the negative 414. The 1618 is at the negative 0.068. I've got my little cheaters filled out right there to give me the exact fibs, the correct ones when I go up. If I'm using the fib extension, technically I'm using these, but I don't like having to pull this sucker out every time, so I got them up here. It's a shortcut. Make it easier. Got all that information right there at my fingertips. I'm looking for them targets. And I don't know. That's just a little insight into my mindset on Fibonacci. Everybody's going to look at it different. Everybody's going to have different rules. You got some people that their whole strategy is looking for the 618. And depending on how they pull it, they will find that for the way that they're using it, right? I see them hit it all the time, but it's the way that they're looking for very local 618s a lot of times, and sometimes that works out for them good. So there's different strategies and different applications. Mine is based on what I found out is based on harmonic. I didn't know that for a long time. Just how it's naturally revealing itself to me, and then actually I started studying more and more. It's like, oh crap, that makes that. Yeah, I understand that. That's what I've seen. We might have. I don't think. David says, I don't think it matters, but to some it does. I'm going to say that, well, it depends on how you're using it, okay? But I found the way that once I switched over to this way, I am much highly more accurate. And that's, I mean, it's not, I'm not just picking out a random fib area on the usual. Every once in a while, I might have to go, not with a random one, but there's usually exact fibs I'm looking for when we pull back to a certain area. Like coming back to this 382 area, if we hit that, then I've got a different play in mind, and I've got particular fibs to look for, and those are ones that I mark. And then, you know, we say, hey, well, one of these days we might come back and say, nailed it. That's the ones that I'm doing when I do that. That's what those are. They're mostly A, B equals C, D moves if you're trying to look into that. But anyway, hey, let's start looking at some altcoins. Hello, everybody. Did I say hello to everybody? I don't think I did. I think I got lost in all the, wait, I got lost in story time here. All right. Porn kills, Poner. Wait a minute. Is it, what I said porn? I said porn. I said, Poner. Poner kills all trolls. Can you look at order? We sure can. I'm sorry. Let me give me a, did we hit the like there on that? Yeah. Let me give you a hand clappy. Let me give you a handy. Not really. That didn't come out right at all. Woohoo! All right, let's look at order. We looked at that a few nights ago, and I can't remember. It seems like I liked it and thought it looked interesting, best I can remember. Probably looked at it on Binance here. Probably didn't look at it on Binance. Didn't look at it on Binance. Okay. Order. Where did we? Bybit? Probably didn't look at it on Really? It's orderly. Okay, well, okay. Turn. I guess we didn't. Okay. I'm going to go with Binance then. Perpetual. I want. Ooh, I know. I want chart history. This is good. I'll go with Bybit. But if I go with Bybit, there's a lot of moving averages right there. They look good too on the third. Let's go to 4 hour. 4 hour. 4 hour. Well, they look good on the 4 hour too. That's probably why I liked it. Moving averages are, man, they're set in order. Golden. They're strong, going in. They're doing what they need to be doing. The only thing, you might be coming down and testing them at some time. I didn't test a 200 moving average at some point. You will at some point. That's just a given. Price is going to touch that 200 moving average at some point. It's either going to bounce off of it or fall through it. But that's just a given. That's just part of this whole moving average strategy we got. But I don't think it doesn't necessarily have to touch it any time too soon, does it? How's our indicators over here looking? Let's look at the daily. How you looking? You got a little weakness there? A little. Money flows in the red. That's a little warning sign. And your MACD is threatening to flip over on you. So that's something to look at. We're decreasing here. That's the MACD part going up. There's no bearish divergence here on... No bearish divergence here. That's good. We did break below the signal line, so that's a little, and this was the best spot, and then we lost to 70. So technically, that's the short signals for the RSI. That's what the bots will listen to, or that'll be one of the parameters that your bots are programmed to follow, to execute. And we lost our 9 moving average on the daily. Ah, man. This one's at a tricky spot. Okay, let's go down to the 4 hour and see if we can narrow her in. She's below the 9 on the daily. That's my first warning sign, but she can get it back. She can get it back, but we don't want to assume that she will, right? Looking at trend lines, man. Oh, there's a deviation. That's cool. It's not going to give us much of an angle to go with. And this is how I muck up on my charts. I draw lots of trend lines. Okay, this is the important one right here. Okay, so this is cool. So what I'd advise, I don't advise, but my opinion, what I would be doing in situations such as this, if I were in such a play, is on a 4 hour, and I can get a nice trend line here. We got 2 touch points here. Looks like we're trying to deviate, and this could be bullish if we can clear this area and this area at 36 cents. And this might be the first chance we're getting to do it. So stop losses below this trend line, and below one of these candles over here. So 23-cent stop loss. There might be a chance you might get it a few pennies, of a penny or something cheaper here if on a smaller time frame, if you're trying to look for an entry. But if you're already in a position, yeah, man, 23-cent stop loss, or even if you go here, if you can afford it on your position, depending on margin or whatever risk. 22 cents. If we break that trend line, it's probably coming back down to 20 or at worst 17. So that's a great place for a stop loss. As far as what she's doing, she's above the 9. Got my blessing. She's above the 52. We just got to get the 9 and the 21 to catch up with price and cross over that 50, and then we'll be back. We'll be back and be just where we need to be. So I suppose we're probably looking for a target. Oh, this is the one that yeah, I remember you now. You were on the date. I remember you now. Yes, this one looks good. This one may take a while to play out, though. I'm going to tell you why. Because she's got a beautiful actual cup and handle pattern that I believe is forming. And I think it's working on the handle. We just haven't got it out. So most likely, you will see price working on a symmetrical triangle or a falling. Probably, it looks like it's shaping up like a symmetrical triangle. So it looks like we're kind of filling out this is what it looks like. So I would kind of give it some time there. But this one's got a kick-ass measure move, right? And let's see if we can get that. put you right on top here. Yeah, and there's our measure move, 65 cents, 65, 66 cents. I think we did this last night, or not last night, but a couple of nights ago, and I couldn't find. I don't know where the chart is, but here it is. So this is kind of what we're looking for, and I can't leave those lines there. They're not actual lines. There's no touch points. So these are just ideas. These are just, you know, things to look for, projections, if you will, meaning they're wisp of dust and meaningless until they actually pan out. But I think there's a good chance that we'll kind of zone through here. So that's between somewhere between this 19 and 33 cent. That's a pretty decent. You could play that range, man. That's 80%. That's an 80% range here, dude. So right now, I think you're ranging, man. I think let's get this little tool out. What do you say? What do you got going on between here? What's the difference here? 45%? Man, you could make some plays on this. 32, 33 cent area, and then this area here about around 19, 20 cents. That's a good little range from 20 cents to 30. So you got about 60% there to work with. Either way you're going, short or long or whatever. That might be the interesting play on this over the next couple of weeks, I think, because I think she's still accumulating. Because man, that's a nice possible cup and handle idea. I mean, the roundingness going on here is this textbook. It's on a bigger time frame. Yeah, that's what O'Neill was looking for, from my understanding. He's the guy that came up with the cup and handle concept, William J. O'Neill. And that's just my take on it. It could be doing some other stuff too, but she is showing like she's getting a little bit tired, so she may be coming down in this range. Okay, so just what I see, but the moving averages look beautiful. Do you see the curving? There's a little bit of curve going on. That's kind of cool to watch. All right, I got some coins we can take a look at, if you don't mind. Here's one that's been doing good for me, man. I am so pleased with this one. This has been awesome. I mean, it's been slow, but this is Zcash. And there we go, baby. Oh my gosh, it broke out to the upside of a bearish pattern. This is bearish. This was... What was she doing before she did it? What was she doing before she did that? She was making the parabola. She was curving around, the kind of thing that we've been seeing. And now I don't know if it's going to keep going, or if she's going to... Sometimes they'll do this and you think they're going to do something really awesome, and then they come back in the pattern. It's all over. Okay? Sometimes I get the market makers use this as a fake out. So fib levels are something that I'll be looking at, and it looks like you hit a nice one. Let's see if... Why are you that color? Are you... Oh, okay. You're 7/8. Okay. You're 886 in this. I had to look back and see that we had price history over there. That makes it easier to put these areas out. Oh no! Where did I pull you from? Well, she hit 7/8. How am I off on this? Do I get lazy and not do something? Do I have... Oh, okay, I see. You're a 4. Okay, I got you. See, I gotta work on my color coding here, because I can interpret that a different way, which I did. I was playing this area here. So this is one of the targets that I had based on my extensions when I was playing over here. And then you can see, compare that to... If you got, and you use extensions when you don't have any previous highs here, if you don't have that higher high. If you got a higher high previously, you can go swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And we're in that 786 and 886 are... Yes, lordy. Those are the ones we want to look for. Because the bigger pattern, the bigger range there, it trumps it. It trumps it. It's got lots to say so. So I would like to see if we can get up to 73. I've got orders selling all the way up into there. But that was a nice little come. I'm gonna get rid of this one. That was at 66. I was looking for 66, and she went all the way up to 68. You suck, road dog. I still took profit up there though. I was like, oh, you want to keep going. So this was I like this. I've been doing a smart margin play on this one for a long time, starting out with a small amount and working all through all this crap, and having to make adjustments. And I mean, it was cool. It got up to $50 and you know, from 30 to 50. Where was Liberation Day? That's the one that about got me. Liberation Day about wiped me out on this one, because it went down like $15, and I was like, oh man. And then all the Binance FUD came out, and suddenly there's no FUD about it anymore. Look at this nice big round ass bottom we got here on Zcash. This is why I like it. We're still in the accumulation, believe it or not, we're still in the accumulation zone. This is still the bargain price area for this coin, based on the Fibonacci strategy that we use here, which suggests that 139 is one of the targets, and we're sitting at $66 right now. So from here, that's just a double up, right? No, that's okay. I guess that's okay for crypto. I thought you guys got like, you know, 20x's and 5x's and 40x's, and well, you can if you buy down at the bottoms, like when it was down to $16. Because when it was down to $16, if you're nibbling on this little sucker, you got 700% and not just doubling up. So I don't know. Sometimes I mean, not everybody agrees with buying bottoms. Not everybody agrees with doing these strategies. But if they're rounding, I'm interested. If they're rounding, I'm very interested. Because eventually they can play off. And if you've got a good project and it's got good fundamentals, that even helps better. But the Twerky, I'm looking for $93 to come eventually out of this little guy. Let me come over to the chat. Man, B. David says, I don't look for exact numbers on the fibs, just for the zones. Well, I don't look for like to the penny or anything, but wherever my line is, my line area, they get good results, really good results. You can't say every time, but more than not, more than not. If we're in the area, oh, well. And if I wasn't sloppy, sometimes it's just me being sloppy. Maybe I was looking at the wrong idea there. Wow, I'm way behind on this chat. What we got? Hey, we got thumbs. Free TA, come on. Free TNA? Where? I'm switching the view, side hustle flop, but I'm back on track, turn the loss to a win, now I'm leading the pack, the plan's tight, I'm dripping with flash. We're having a discussion on fibs. It's quite a subject to go down, and I gotta say, with Fibonacci, there's not you gotta dig for that information, and YouTube is probably not the best place to look. It's on here. There's some of it on here, but it's not in the format that you're out there looking for or wanting to sit through and listen to them boringly explain it all. They're a trip. They're a trip. I like them. They make up a bulk of my strategy. I started out pattern trading with trend lines, and that was me. The more I got to the fibs, and I dedicated myself to finding out the answers, because I saw one person on YouTube use the 1272 extension, and I was like, and what I saw looked like magic. Okay. What I saw was a setup, and with the, it was this, and it was somebody who had a course. They were like Forex traders or something like that. I reached out to them, and I never heard anything from them. They just go, I don't know. And that's a good thing, because looking back now, I'm saying, oh yeah, you're not the person to learn from. But I mean, for whatever they're doing, they were as a group shiller, people. They make money from their groups, right? That's how they get their mansions, is from their trading groups. All right, so but he pulled a fib and did with this and said, okay, let's watch. I'm setting the order here and walking away, and he set an order there, and the price did what it did, and and then it just went down there and nailed it. And it was a sniper entry and all this. This is like when I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And ever since I saw that, what's up with this 2272? And I started paying attention to that fib, and I know that damn thing gets hit a lot. And I never could find a good explanation for that. Why? I finally found it. It's math. It's math. If I show you, it won't make any sense. I mean, it probably, you'll go, well, that's nothing. But it is something. It is something. When you take the 1.618 and you square it, you get 1.272. That's why you'll see me use it, and I'm not using the 286 or the 236. Now I use the 236 a lot in my strategy, right? When I'm using the regular Fibonacci's, but when I'm using extensions, I don't use the 236. 236 doesn't nail it for me. My 227 does though. And that's why. And it has, and this, then we start getting into like squaring price and time, like going into Gann theory. Man, this stuff I get turned on by this. Did you know? Is it here? Can we get it? Gann says if you got a high and a low, you can square price and time for where the next high will come in. That I don't know. Price and time square ups is that's the general consensus from him, and everybody seems to agree. And I got to say, I'm trying to figure all this crap out. And there's ways to do it. I mean, this is not a good way to show you, but it's a good way to represent, you know, how they square up mathematically, and that's part of the 618 and the 272. That's the square root of it. The square roots play into this too. This can get into a big rabbit hole, so I'm not trying to go down rabbit holes. I'm sorry. 26 people. Let me get back to the charts. How about that? Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at what's making money. MYX. I liked it. I liked it when it was down here, and I got some when it was down here, and I've been selling since it came back up. I loved it. I even shorted it from over here. I actually did a decent short on that one. I don't short too much when we're in a bull run. And when I do, I don't like to short bottoms, which I see that's when everybody wants to start shorting, when everything's down at the bottom. I mean, it's a natural, our emotions kick in, and when the market's down, everything's down. I guess long is not working, and you feel like, well, everybody's making money shorting. I need to short too, but by the time that you get to doing that, it's too late. It's too late. The sentiment's already starting to switch on us. A lot of times. Kind of like what happened with the influencer I was watching this morning with the bear flag to the downside, and talking about shorting, but they said that they went long though. I don't know. That was weird. Why they put a long trade in, but they were calling for short. But we ended up going, you know, the target that I gave last night. We're getting up close to it. We're getting up close to it. That's the one we were looking at last night. So, man, if we come up, we can do it. I'm looking more. And I didn't. Did I know for sure she's going to come up and do all this? No, nobody knows for sure anything. But there were some signs here that she looked like she might be trying to pull a little move like that. Even did a fake out and everything. All right, how about you, APX? I do not have any of this one. This is Apex Protocol, but look at it go. Look at it go. This one is, in my personal opinion, she's getting ready to do something. I'm going to go from swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Where'd you go with? 0.5? Yeah. All right, I want to do this way. That's what I'm doing a little different here. We want to go with this one. So I'm looking at these. When they come down to the 0.5, it can be a little tricky. 0.5 is not technically a Fibonacci, right? And I want to try this little AB equals CD. So my measure move would take us up to about 366 on this one. If we're looking for targets, and we're starting to deviate here. I like this. I like what I'm seeing here. I like the trend lines I'm seeing here. This one's going parabolic right now. So for higher highs, 329, 366. We're getting, okay, we're seeing a little bit of confluence. A little bit. Curious to see what this one was. This one was down at 67 cents, 87 cents. She's at 248 right now. Too late to get in on this one for me, but there is still a trade here on the 1 hour. You're still close to this particular trend line. So it's a risky one, but there might be some gains, but it's best, like, if you're already in this position, just hold on until we come up to, you know, we get past $3 there. Get some real money out of this one. Pump.fun. Oh, cool. Okay, we've already charged it over here. So resistance at 0.006 area. We didn't quite make it there. That was the measure move from that, and acting as a resistance now, it looks like. We go to the 4 hour on this one. So this was, oh nice. You still got things to work through, don't you? You still got some stuff to work through here. Good thing we did that. So I'm going from the candle bodies to the candle bodies. I'm getting this angle right here and extending it forward, right? And that's also, and that's what we lost. So we're trying. What I need to see here is, are you going to do a bear trap and get back in here? That would be awesome. But what normally happens is that they would roll over here. So what are you going to do? What's bullish and what's bearish on this chart? Well, what's bullish here on the 4 hour is that we could find ourselves in the middle of this cloud. We're close to it. It's big and thick. That's a good indicator. Maybe we can get stuck in it, even if we come down a little bit and then get into it. So there is a chance that even if we do come down, we can still get in that cloud and still be working our way up. That's good. 100's above the 200. I think it's got a decent chance. We just need to take out this high over here at 0.006 on pump.fun. Let's come down to, let's check our 15-minute. What are you looking like? 15-minute moving averages. They're trying to flip. Smaller ones have already flipped. The 1 through the 200 moving average, or the 9 through the 200 moving averages. That small sections flip. The bigger ones, the 800, the 600, and 360. They haven't yet. There's a possibility to come back down to the half penny area. We're still at a half a penny. What is this in percentage? 8%. There's a possibility to do an 8% drop, but basically she's working on flipping. She might be coming back down one more time before she tries to get back up over this trend line here. But I think that my personal opinion, I think that's what she's trying to do. Doesn't mean I'm right about anything, but so let's look and see if we can catch some traction over here. Just a little bit down. Starting to look a little interesting here. So Solana got a nice little pump today. Take a look at Solana. Oh, look at the 209. Wow, man. Look at this beautiful thing. Depending on how you want to draw it, because it's kind of iffy over here on the, why are we on the 15-minute? Oh, well, because you're being stupid, that's why. Bigger thing says, oh, we just coming right up to an area of resistance there. 100's above the 200. I like that. That means that we might be able to at least come up to the 200, maybe even get above it. We bounced off the 50's coming up. Well, 50's right above our head there after bears cross. So this one's going to be interesting to watch here. It looks like Solana's going to be a little shaky through here too, ups and downs and trying to get into this cloud. So I'm not sure that she's going to break above 220 just yet. 4 hour 50 crossing the 200. That's some bearish momentum, but we're looking for a range basically between 230 and where we are in this 200 area. And the 100 moving average is what, at 225. So it's somewhere through this range, but it looks like it's going to struggle for a minute. She did lose this trend line right down here, right? So that's going to be resistance wherever we bump her head. So all this little section right here, but 220 is there's going to be a lot of sell orders right through there, bumping our head there. So she might go up there, get rejected, come back for a higher low. We might be a double view over here or something like that. So altcoins are looking kind of decent, but remember, we're coming into Mondays tomorrow, Tuesday. Might get some up and then some down. See, they kind of make sense now, right? Even what we're seeing on the charts, I can see that going into Tuesday, Wednesday, and then or whatever, and then this bringing us down. Maybe they can bring us back down into next Friday. I don't know, but I mean, you can see how that can work out there. I'm not sure if we got news going on next week or not, man. I don't think so. And then we got SWE. 20 people hanging out. 328 right now for SWE. Did a nice little W pattern there. We need to be coming up to 344 and knock out that high. Anything less than that is just not satisfactory. It will not do. It will not be sufficient to remain bullish if you do not break above 345. That's kind of it in a nutshell. I think you can do it. Also got resistance area here with this trend line up ahead, so about 355 in that area. And bigger moving averages, they got some work to do. So this one does look, to me, it looks like she made a lower low. I think she can roll over. I'm gonna leave that on there just to keep my thought. She's got a lot of resistance up there. I don't see her getting past 350 anytime too soon. If she does, more power to you. Hey, I was wrong, but you just blasted through it. Awesome. But I see a lot of rejection up there for SWE. Got some bullish divergence going on this area though. Go for it. Run up there, baby. Good luck up for you. Here's grass. We were talking about grass the other night because I don't know, Sean likes to talk a lot about grass. It's at 99 cents now, right? And my target's at 110, which probably look crazy when we're sitting at 81. Like, why are you going for that target? Because that's where we actually need to come up to like $1.25 for real and knock these guys out. Whether we'll do that or not, I don't know. I guess we could fit you out. Where's your 786 hanging out? Just a little bit above our 10. It's 111 actually. 110. What do you say on the red line? 110. 110 is what I'm looking for. High to low. Where are we at right now? On the scheme of things. Got rejected off the 618. Hey man, that's good. Pulling back just maybe a little bit, maybe to 93, 94 cents, maybe. I see the trend line trying to squeeze up there. I hope you continue doing that. Gracias. And looks like we got us a breakout trend lines. If you're looking for trend lines, if you're looking for the O shape there, you know, you got your triangles breaking out to the O upside. If you want to take a measure move and take a ballsy one right here, top of the pattern down to the bottom of the pattern, put it at the breakout, because now we got a breakout. We're not guessing, right? Let's put it to the test. Does this work? Put it to the test. I have found that they work out pretty well. Now with a measure move, and you know, some of it depends on how well you take them. Some people are very sloppy with them. Some people will move the lines like after they get the measure move up there, and they'll move it. Kind of skews the idea, defeats the purpose. I don't understand why they do that, but I see them do it on YouTube a lot. But if you're careful with the measure move, I found you get good results with it. And if nothing else, at least it's right in the vicinity. It gives you a plan. You can make a plan with the measure move. You've got a target that has a likelihood to hit. And if you got a target area that has a probability to hit, a likelihood, proven success before out of these patterns in the past, well, then you got a trade set up, right? You got something you can work with. and you just got to kind of figure around with some of these things to figure out sometimes if it's worth it. 25% stop loss is not worth it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it is a 2.4. Some people love that 2.4 to 1 ratio. I can double my money. Or you could lose 25% of your stash. Got to find a good place for a stop loss. If you're trying to go below existing candles and stuff like that on a bigger time frame, that's going to make it a little bit more difficult, but you can do it. 10% maybe. Risk to reward ratio is about 5. Is that right? 5 or 6 to 1, about 5 to 1. For gracias if it gets up to 54 cents there, and from where we are now up there, that'd be 54% gains. Just saying. This is a story. It got kind of hot and then it wasn't, and it dropped like a rock, and then it started moving up again. At one point I had a little bit of it, not much worth messing with, and no, I don't think I'm in it at all right now. Yeah, she was down here in these areas about $4 for a while. Got down as low as 251, went up to 15. Nice move. Might be catching a bottom of the trend line here. Might be catching some support. It looks like you did. You already got a green candle. Let's come down and take a look at it. What are you saying over here on the 4 hour? Looks like we caught that. Higher highs, higher lows. I think she's got I think that's our bounce. Do you know what that means? You know what that means? You know what that means? I mean, if I just connect the lines here, that's I mean, she starts going. She's expanding. She's in a broadening pattern, right? These things can be fun. We got a chance to come back up to, you know, touch the top of the trend line area, even if we don't make it up that high. Even if we just come up and double top, that's still $15. Even if we just come up, you know, not even that far, just come up to where we were over here, $11. So there's definitely some gains to be made there. I know what I'm saying. Meet Damon says, I'll buy a bottom before it starts rounding out. When I see bullish divergence in high time frames and I see price peaking its head above the 200-day moving average, I'll buy a bottom before it starts rounding out. Well, if I've already bought it, if I bought a bottom, I wouldn't want to see it start rounding, because that means I'll probably be there for a minute. If I'm interpreting that. But you guys, something to say when I see a bullish divergence high time. Now, I do like to look for bullish. Yeah. I'm out of context for whatever you're talking about. Mate David says 1.272 fib extension is a good level that gets hit. It does. 1.618 sometimes gets hot, but no. It's rare to see this 1.618. Get it? It can. Sometimes we just see them go on up to the 2 and 2.3, and we're gonna get really bullish. It's a thermometer, people. It's like a thermometer, but at certain seasons in the cycles, you know, we know in spring we got a certain temperature range, right? This is one way to look at it. Not perfect, but it's one way. In summer we got a higher range, right? And in fall we come back down comparable to spring, and in winter, you know, and there's different little range. Same thing with the fibs. There's ranges with the fibs too. I love the Fibonacci. And there's still a lot more to learn about it too. Dog with Hoodie says, enter Solana long this week. 20x leverage. TPS going up. I like Solana. That was a nice turnaround for Solana. I was pleased to see that. I was upset that I didn't have a lot more. That I didn't make a big buy while she was down here at the bottom of the trend line, and I had no reason not to. For what I do, I like to when I draw a trend line, I establish my points, right? Figuring out what this is doing on a bigger time frame. This is a 4 hour. You can definitely say this one's come back here. It deviated, right? We bounced off of that one. Looking for a few other little things to say, hey man, we might have something. Yeah, man, I should have got more here. In the 90s there, in the 190s. However, it does look like we might come back a little bit. A little shakier for Solana, but eventually we're working our way up there, and hopefully we'll see break that area at 220 this week. I hope. This is Kusama. Kusama. Kusama Obama. Banana. Gee, when you zoom out on this one, she looks like she's nearly dead. So this one's tied with Polkadot. It's kind of like the canary chain, I think, the Polkadot test. I don't know, man. I don't really know what Polkadot's doing anymore, so therefore I don't have a clue what Kusama might be doing. She's down at the bottom. I've got a little play on it. It's a very small play. I got spot margin on it, and if she goes somewhere, maybe she'll turn. If she can go to $60, I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. More than I have before. But she's just been hanging around for a long time. As crazy as it seems, this one was around $500 last cycle after being at these, you know, low areas, about 25 as far as we got here on Binance. Kusama. That's a risky one. Here's one that's doing pretty good. This is the WorldCoin, the one that, I don't know, the eyeball tweakers or whatever. She already pumped up where, the 232 earlier this month? Okay. I need to get some of these. So we're getting, we got a trend line here pulled back. I wonder if we'll come back and touch it. We don't have to. It looks like she might be trying to. Oh, I got 2 points, so it's kind of iffy. But it's a daily time frames, and we've been holding that area for so long, so maybe there's something there. Come down to the 4 hour. Do we see anything higher lows, higher highs? I would say that might stick. That might be a sticking. Be worth trying to take a play on this one, WLD, since she's close to the trend line. Let's take us a new. Well, first of all, let's see where you came back down to. You went in betwixt. Okay, we already did that. Okay, well, yeah, okay. So this is all right. 160. We're going to change you to a green line. And 160, maybe 182. We can get up there. Always says good night, all. I have to run. Remember, Road Dogg is here every night, 10:30. Tonight was a little earlier. It was on a Sunday, and I got to get up early tomorrow and do some errands and stuff right there. Pete David says on bottom hunting, I got to see bullish divergence and a double bottom. Okay, you have. Okay, I see what you're saying. You have to see bullish divergence or double bottom or a higher low before I buy. I also want to see price getting above the 200. Yeah, those are excellent things to do. So these are the things that you will get, the things that you look at, and those are excellent ones to do that and to notice all those the little signs that you add together to tell you, man, is this a good trade? Your trigger, and you mind those, and if it's right below the 9 movement average, just getting over it, no, that's my trigger for a great entry. But I don't buy when it goes below the 200. Getting above it just confirms there's bullish potential. I don't like to buy. I don't like the long one. No, I mean the rule is don't long under the 200. On basically any. Well, I mean, I'm going in the first line where there are 200. Now, if you've been down on the bottom, yeah, I will. if we got the good setups and everything. But then again, I use multiple time frames, so not trying to make it all complicated. There are some certain things I look for a rounded bottom, and I've been over them here several times. How it contracts and expands. Hey, we got J Violet in the house. How's it going, J Violet? Oh. I lost the chat. Here we go, chat. How's it going, J Violet? Good to see you. All right, so I thought I put in my marker earlier. I don't think I got any bites from it. Nobody had a coin request over there. We had. Did I put my marker out? I said I was going to. I don't see it. I never did it. Did it not print? Oh, wow. Well, all right, so we went over Zcash, went over MYX, Apex, Pump.Fun, Hype, Solana, Sweep. Did we go over Fartcoin? I don't think we went over Fartcoin. That was on my list. She's down. I've got this little area down here that we may be working on getting to at 50 cents. I hope not. She started coming up. I don't need it to go down there, y'all. I don't. So you want to come back up here, but there's some resistance up ahead here at 70, right under 80 cents there. I don't know why you're looking so bearish, but I wouldn't doubt that eventually she does. Oh, I remember why, because you're doing all this. There's a danger that it could come back at some point over, the next little time. Maybe as low as 34, hopefully not, but maybe even to right around, 50 cents, right? 49 to 50 cents. Could. Hopefully we're trying to come out of this now. There's a little curve going over there, but it's not just enough just yet. So would I bottom? Would I long here? No, I don't have anything telling me. I mean, bouncing from here would give me something to look at. No, she's not ready. We looked at grass. We looked at story. We did not look at ATH, which is doing pretty good. Aether. I'm not in this one either. Oh, because you already pumped up and you're too damn high. Okay, for me, she's breaking out, or she's trying to break out. Did you fake out? Let's get rid of that. That was a bearish channel. She did break down, but she caught. Looked like you got a 382 fib for me. Is that right? Did you 382 me? Not quite. Is it you or is it me? You should be here for what I'm trying to do. All right, there might be something here. She's not really squaring up for me, but let's look and see if actually, this is one of the few times we would be looking at that 618 here, and might actually expect it to hit. Let's see. Let's draw us a trend line. Go from here and catch the. Oh yeah, we got your angles there. Should have done that first. 1 hump, 2 hump. Could we get a 3 hump and then a dump? And let me get my CD move here. Yeah, that should be it. So if it squares up, I'm looking there for 9 cent and possibly 8.2 cent there. She flirted with making a higher high here. Let's hope that sticks. From what I can see here, I think that's got a good chance of holding. Moving averages look pretty nice. MACD on the, what is this, the daily, starting to curve up there a little bit. Starting to show some nice signs there. No confirmations just yet. This is like she's trying to move. Oh, that's a nice bounce off of the 70% area right there. You decided I'm just tired of being bearish. I want to be bullish again. Ichimoku Cloud looks really good on the daily. ATH. So this is being an area where if you could buy the breakout or buy high and sell higher, and you'll hear that a lot. This is one of the few setups I would say I might. I'm not going to do it, but I would consider it just for the setup that I see here. If it broken, it's still risky. It's still risky. You're buying a top right now. You're literally buying the top if you enter here. And you hear people say, man, I bought the top. How'd you get? You hear people say, I got caught buying the top. This is how you can get caught buying the top. And there's usually a flag up here. There's resistance. And keep in mind too, I mean, it looks bullish, right? But she did meet her 272. She just got a minor pullback. So we're playing the minor pullback right here, right? There's a chance it's got it to do it. It's a ballsy move. It's a ballsy move. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got some new music out today, and I had some of it in the introduction, and I've got some of it on the end screen here. McDavid says, if there's a vicious sell-off and coming out of a bear market, I'll use the 200 moving averages to take profit for swing trades when price tries to get back to it. Then when we get above the 200 daily MA after bottoming, I'll become a long investor in that asset. Gotcha. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin again. She's been dropping just a wee bit. I took the majority of profits on my perpetual futures trade. And then I left some at a stop loss, which I don't think got hit. It may end up getting hit. We're in the middle of this cloud, so I don't expect us to bounce out of this happy thing. I expect us to come at least back to this 100 moving average tested, if anything else, on this little 6-minute time frame. Got a trend line here. I still got a little bit lower. That would stop me out of what I got, I believe. But she did so good. I kind of added to position, built this position as we were going up to. Are we out? Yeah, I think you got me. Stop me out. Sweet. How'd that turn out? So I was trading on Bitcoin like the inverse pair. So I actually earned in Bitcoin. It wasn't phenomenal, but I got 0.00037 Bitcoin cleared out of that when I got stopped out. So yay. I had trying to add more and more to that Bitcoin. It's hard, man. I lost some last week, man. I went down. I got chopped up and like started losing some little Bitcoin on my futures account. I don't want to do that. I ain't trying to lose no Bitcoin. Just getting a little bump here. You trying to move something? Gain divergence? You do. Hidden bullish. Are you trying to do something? I'll be very impressed if you just bounce from here and not touch my trend line. I would be very impressed. Because, yeah, I'm not sold on it. Not sold on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. Tomorrow will be an interesting day to see. If I had to guess, I would think that maybe throughout the night they keep us a little bullish. The little bullish momentum reeling everybody in. There does seem to be some volume here on Bitcoin, right? A little bit of volume on this rise. On Total 3, what does that look like? How's the volume on Total 3 looking? We got rising price, we got rising candles, but we got falling volume here on Total 3 and resistance up ahead. So I'm wondering how far these altcoins will go. So again, as we go into a Monday and Tuesday, if you're not taking profits on the altcoins, I think you might be on the wrong side. I'm just saying, because if you're chasing a lot of them, like buying at those tops, it might roll over. There's some resistance up ahead. So, and a Tuesday or Monday and Tuesday, it's one of those days they're gonna do the slim slam on us. Okay, they do a lot more often than not. So be careful on that. Be careful on that. Make sure you're getting paid on these. I am. I'm looking for any take profits that I can get. And maybe even starting to look at places to put stop losses, just in case we come back down. That's something that I've been doing. We get a pump like this, and if I'm at a good profit, just to be able to catch that if I think that we're going to come down for a lower, or even a higher low sometimes, or partial stop losses. Using partial stop losses can be a nice little strategy for sometimes, especially if you get a lot of strong move. But there's resistance up ahead, right? So you don't want to ride it all the way back down. Thank you for hanging out, ladies and gentlemen. Going to go listen to some new music.
October's rolling in, Bitcoin's at 100K. Market's been a beast, but I'm here to slay. All coins stuttering, sentiments a mess. Fear at 47, but I'm passing the test. Dreams of cash stacks, no debt in my side. Q4 my season, gonna win the fight. Trading through the chaos, hollering with pride. Crypto surge is coming, I'm along for the ride. Q4 crypto surge like the fire up high. Breaking through the bears, reaching for the sky. Hell yeah, I'm free. Stacking every gain. Q4 crypto surge, breaking every chain. All coins, pumping, feel the power in my veins. Well, it's my destiny, washing out the pain. Q4 crypto surge, from the dirt we rise. Let's go full throttle, claim the prize, yeah, yeah. September slumps done. Q4 my play. Short-term dips fade. I'm seizing the day. Dreams of a homestead. Lambos in the lot. Markets turning green. Connecting every dot. Institution moving. Houston's on the climb. I'm the rebel trader. Beating Father Time. Exhausted from the wait, but the tide's gonna turn. Q4 my anthem, watch the profits burn. Q4 crypto surge, light the fire up high. Breaking through the bears, reaching for the sky. Hell yeah, I'm free. Stacking every gain. Q4 crypto surge, breaking every chain. All coins, pumping, feel the power in my veins. Well, it's my destiny, washing out the pain. Q4 crypto surge, from the dirt we rise. Let's go, full throttle, claim the prize. Hell yeah, market's mine, I'm taking control. Golden wave crashing, fulfilling my soul. Let's go. No debt, just wins. Parties and freedom, where it begins. Q4 crypto surge. Q4 crypto surge. Q4 crypto surge. Let's go. Q4. Let's ride the blockchain. Rolling through the market, Bitcoin in my grip. 100K on the table, taking that big dip. All coins sparkling like stars in the night. I'm a crypto cowboy riding with might. Dreams of a ranch, no 9-to-5 chain. Stacking sets high, dancing in the games. Fears at 4 to 7, but I'm holding strong. This Bitcoin blaze where I belong. Bitcoin blaze, light it up, let it glow. Rising to the moon, watch the money flow. Yeehaw, I'm free, living the dream. Bitcoin blaze, hear the anthem scream. All coins pop, feel the rush in my soul. Wealth's my goal, taking full control. Bitcoin blaze, from the dirt to the sky. Yeehaw, let's fly, never say goodbye. Markets a rodeo, bucking me around. Short-term dips hitting, but I stand my ground. Dreams of a yacht, parties by the shore. Crypto my horse, I'm begging for more. September's a test, but Q4 my pledge. Stacking up the wind, chasing night to day. Raspy and rough, but my spirit's alive. Bitcoin blaze, where I thrive. Bitcoin blaze, light it up, let it glow. Rising to the moon, watch the money flow. Yeehaw, I'm free, living the dream. Bitcoin blaze, hear the anthem scream. All coins pop, feel the rush in my soul. Wealth's my goal, taking full control. Bitcoin blaze, from the dirt to the sky. Yeehaw, let's fly, never say goodbye. Yeah, the market's wild, but I ride away. Golden ticket shining, wealth to save. No debt, just fun. Lambos in the sun, I've won. Bitcoin blaze, light it up, let it glow. Rising to the moon, watch the money flow. Yeehaw, yeehaw. Blaze on. Yo, bull run dying. Let's vent. Let's vent. Yeah. Yo, bull run down, let's vent. Double top lock, wicked for the bear. Stomach twisting hard as in there. Fed cup pump one day, then whales unload. Market crushing fast, dream road explode. Volatility's a thief, stealing all my hope. One day up high, next I'm on the road. Gurus yelling highs, but it's all a bluff. My drive's spinning slow, I've had enough. Chased the highs, but they slipped through my grip. Frustrated soul, exhausted from the trip. Lost games haunt me, opportunities ghosts. Disgusted heart, waiting for the most. Traffic, thumping, bass shaking my frame. Wish I shorted, now I'm
direction of crash, the waist and knife twist. Dreams of riches fade into the mist. Gurus claim new peaks, but the highs don't come. Whale sales hit hard, leaving us numb. One day palm frenzy, then the slow bleed down. And that's a gleam of hope slaps us to the ground. Almost tapped out, my patience worn thin. Exhausted from the ground, where does it end? Chase the highs, but they slip through my grip. Frustrated, soul exhausted from the trip. Lost gains haunt me, opportunities ghosts. Disgusted heart, waiting for the most. Trappy, thumping, bass shaking my frame. Wish I shorted, now I'm losing the game. Bull runs last leg, wonder if it's done. Hopes a flicker, but the shadows won't. Yeah. Hold that spark, the golden ray.
For those of you that have been hitting that like
that
button,
dream.
I just want to say thank you.
Vacations and bloom.
Thank you very much.
Parties popping, fun under the sun. Unicorns dancing, Lambos on the run. Rainbows gleam, hope's my saving light. Through the darkness, chase the highs, they slip through my grip. Frustrated, soul exhausted from the trip. Hope's coming. Yeah. Love. Chase hope. Chase hope. Chase hope, yeah.
Yo, all coins ghost. Let's vent. Months wasted waiting, all coins on pause. Lost time stacking, opportunities lost. Gains come slow, then they slip away fast. Frustrated as hell, disgusted with the blast. Tired of the grind.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
exhausted from
Check
the
over tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow
Dreams of
night.
no death fade in this
Good night,
empty
John Boy.
space. Bag sitting heavy, sentiment turns sour. Waiting for the run, hour after hour. Drain from the well.